This Nkisi attacks the whole body. If someone has become very skinny but has a swollen belly, they think perhaps Nkisi Ndundu has got him. For the treatment, the Nganga, the priest, first twists lemba lemba leaves, adds white and red clays, and makes a potion for the patient to drink. Then he takes out the Nkisi, waves his hands over it, presses it to the body of the patient and recites, "He! Become fat! Become fat!" Then they link their little fingers, raise their hands to bless the Nkisi, and clap, "Kya!" Then the priest takes hold of his Nkisi again, lays his hand on the patient's head and says, "May you dream good dreams. May they not carry you off to the water, nor to the gullies where the Simbi spirits live." He scrapes all the medicines in the Nkisi, then grinds salt and chalk, using a pangolin scale and a small stone that are in the bag. He takes a pinch of the mixture and throws it away, saying, "They eat." Then another pinch. "They don't eat, they have given up." He gives a third pinch to the patient to eat, and scatters the rest on his hands. The patient is treated with a little of this chalk mixture every day until his stomach returns to normal. When he's better, he keeps some of the medicine ready in case he has any more trouble. If the priest himself should fall ill, he goes to be treated at the pool of Ndundu, which means the albino pool. In this pool is the ancestor spirit who first composed the Nkisi, who does the treatment. When the priest comes to the pool, he plunges in with his apron, his basket containing the Nkisi, and his staff in his hand. Others may think he has just jumped into the water, but the water is really the way to the village. Once he is in the village, the priest who preceded him comes to welcome him and show him the way to his house. He is given food and drink as is proper. Then the first priest treats him with Nkisi Ndundu. The treatment may last 2 or 3 days as the master sees fit. When it is time to return home, they shave his hair and send him off with food and presents of cloth. The villagers back home are surprised by his appearance, because he's been shaved and painted in white and red. When he arrives, they give him feathers of the parrot and the pelican, and marvel at his shaved head. He brings back a little packet of medicine, so that if he feels his illness returning, he may take a little of it and recover. The albino pool has a rule that no one else may bathe or step into it. If people want to cross, they must go in a canoe or not at all. If the priest of Ndundu has entered the pool for treatment, people who happen to pass overhead in a canoe may hear the voices of the spirits talking and joking, though there is nothing to see. If anyone should be passing by the edge of the water and the spirit happens to like him, he will fall ill until he goes for treatment to the priest in the village. Then he may get better. But it may also happen that if the spirit doesn't like him as he walks by the water, it may inflict dizziness on him. It may seize him and cause him to fall into the water, never to return. One day, a great crowd of strangers came that way. They arrived at the pool, knowing nothing about it. They drank the water and then they said to each other, "Let's bathe." They began to bathe, taking off their clothes and stepping into the water, when suddenly they all sank and disappeared. One man only, who had remained to watch over their things, was saved, and returned grieving to their country. Now in the pool there was a large otter swimming about, as big as a dog. This creature was all white below its belly, but with a dark coat. On its body were hairs like those of a dog, but its tail was like the fin of a fish. People who saw it thought it was an otter, but really it was Ndundu's dog. The original priest who first possessed this Inkisi did not think it up himself. He began to tremble while in the village. The fit took him to the water and threw him in so that he sank. He came to the village of the first priest of Ndundu, who initiated him. Nowadays, whoever wants to compose the Inkisi can turn to the ordinary priest in the village.